Welcome to True Higher Self. I'm your host, Kelly. Today, we are embarking upon another masterpiece by New Thought author Joseph Murphy, one of the most powerful books I've ever read. It's entitled The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. The power of your subconscious mind. Infinite riches are all around you. If you will but open your eyes and behold the treasure house of infinity within you. There's a gold mine within you from which you can extract everything that you need to live gloriously, joyfully, and abundantly. Many are sound asleep, however, because they do not know about this gold mine of infinite intelligence and boundless love within them. Whatever you want, you can draw it forth. A magnetized piece of steel will lift about 12 times its own weight. And if you demagnetize this same piece of steel, it will not even lift a feather. Similarly, there are two types of men. There is the magnetized man who is full of confidence and faith. He knows that he is born to win and to succeed. Then there's a type of man who is demagnetized. He is full of fears and doubts. Opportunities may come, yet he says, I might fail. I might lose my money. People will laugh at me. This type of man will not get very far in life because if he is afraid to go forward, he'll simply stay here, because a magnetized man becomes the master of the secret ages. The master of the secret ages, what in your opinion is the master secret of ages? The secret of atomic energy, thermonuclear energy, the nuclear bomb, interplanetary travel? No, not any of these. Then what is this master secret? Where can one find it? And how can it be contacted and brought into action? The answer is extraordinarily simple. This secret is the marvelous, miracle working power found in your own subconscious mind, the last place that most people would seek it. You can bring into your life more power, more wealth, more health, more happiness, and more joy by learning to contact and release the hidden power of your subconscious mind. You need not acquire this power. You already possess it. But you want to learn how to use it. You want to understand it so that you can apply it in all the departments of your life. As you follow this simple technique and the process is set forth in this book, you can gain the necessary knowledge and understanding. You can be inspired by new light. You can generate new force, enabling you to realize your hopes and make all your dreams come true. Decide now to make your life grander, greater, richer, and nobler than you've ever done before. Within your subconscious depths lie infinite wisdom, infinite power, and infinite supply of all that is necessary, which is waiting, just waiting for the development and expression. Why don't you begin now to recognize these potentialities of your deeper mind, and they will take form in the world without. The infinite intelligence within your subconscious mind can reveal to you everything that you need to know at every moment of time and point of space, provided you are open-minded and receptive. You can receive new thoughts and ideas, enabling you to bring forth new innovations, new discoveries. You could write new books or plays. Moreover, the infinite intelligence in your subconscious can impart to you wonderful kinds of knowledge of an original nature. It can reveal to you and open the way for perfect expression and true place in your life. Through the wisdom of your subconscious mind, you can attract the ideal companion as well as the right business associate or partner. It can find the right buyer for your home, provide you with all the money you need, the financial freedom to be, to do, and to go as your heart desires. It is your right to discover this inner world of thought, of feeling, and of power, of light, love, and beauty. Though invisible, the forces are mighty. Within your subconscious mind, you'll find the solution for every problem and the cause for every effect. Because you can draw out of the hidden powers, you come into actual possession of the power and wisdom necessary to move forward in abundance, security, joy, and dominion. I have seen the power of the subconscious lift people out of crippled states, making them whole, vital, and strong once more, and free to come out into the world to experience happiness, health, and joyous expression. There's a miraculous healing power in your subconscious that can heal the troubled mind and the broken heart. It can open the prison door of the mind and liberate you. It can free you from all kinds of material and physical bondage. The necessity of a working basis. Substantial progress is any field of endeavor is impossible in the absence of a working basis, which is universal in its application. You can become skilled in the operation of your subconscious mind. You can practice its powers with a certainty of result and results in exact proportion to your knowledge of its principles and to your application of them for definite specific purposes and goals that you wish to achieve. Being a former chemist, I would like to point out that if you combine hydrogen and oxygen in the proportions of 2 atoms of the former to 1 of the latter, water will be the result. You're very familiar with the fact that 1 atom of oxygen and 1 atom of carbon will produce carbon monoxide, a poisonous gas. But if you add another atom of oxygen, you'll get carbon dioxide, a harmless gas, and so on throughout the vast realm of chemical compounds. You must not think that the principles of chemistry and physics and mathematics differ from the principles of your very own subconscious mind. Water seeks its own level. This is a universal principle which is applicable to water everywhere. Consider another principle. Matter expands when heated. This is true anywhere and everywhere, at any time and under all circumstances. You can heat a piece of steel, and it will expand regardless whether the steel is found in China, England, or India. It's a universal truth that matter expands when heated. It's also a universal truth that whatever you impress on your subconscious mind is expressed on the screen of space as condition, experience, and event. Your prayer is answered because your subconscious mind is principle, and by principle I mean the way a thing works. Your subconscious mind is principle and works according to the law of belief. You must know that belief is, why it works, and how it works. Your Bible is a simple, clear, and beautiful way. Whosoever shall say unto this mountain, be thou removed and be thou cast into the sea, and shall not doubt in his heart, but shall believe that these things shall come to pass which he saith, he shall have with us whatsoever he saith. This is Mark 11:23. The law of your mind is the law of belief. This means to believe in the way your mind works, to believe in belief itself. The belief of your mind is the tough thought of your mind. That is simple, just that and nothing else. All your experiences, events, conditions, and acts are the reactions of your subconscious mind to your thoughts, to your very thoughts. Remember, it's not the thing believed in, but the belief in your own mind which brings about the result. Cease believing in the false beliefs, opinions, superstitions, and fears of mankind. Begin to believe in the eternal verities and truths of life which never change. Then you will move onward, upward, and Godward. Whoever reads this book and applies these principles of the subconscious mind herein set forth will be able to pray scientifically and effectively for himself and for others. Your prayer is answered according to the universal law of action and reaction. Thought is incipient action. The reaction is the response from your subconscious mind, which corresponds with the nature of your thought. Busy your mind with the concepts of harmony, of health, of peace and goodwill, and wonders will happen in your life. You have one mind, but your mind possesses two distinctive characteristics. The line of demarcation between the two is well known to all thinking men and women today. The two functions of your mind are essentially unlike. Each is endowed with separate and distinct attributes and powers. The nomenclature generally used to distinguish the two functions of your mind is as follows. 1, the objective and the subjective mind, or to say the conscious and the subconscious mind, the waking and the sleeping mind, the surface self and the deep self, the voluntary mind and the involuntary mind, the male and the female, and many other terms have been used. You'll find the terms conscious and subconscious used to represent the dual nature of your mind throughout this book. An excellent way to get acquainted with the two functions of your mind is to look upon your own mind as a garden. You are a gardener, and you are planting seeds or thoughts in your subconscious mind all day long based on your habitual thinking. As you sow in your subconscious mind, so shall you reap in your body and environment. So why don't you begin now to sow thoughts of peace, of happiness, of right action, of goodwill and prosperity. Think quietly and with interest on these qualities and accept them fully in your conscious reasoning mind. Continue to plant these wonderful seeds, these wonderful thoughts in the garden of your mind, and you will reap a glorious harvest. Your subconscious mind may be likened to the soil, which will grow all kinds of seeds, good or bad. Do men gather grapes of thorns or figs of thistles? Every thought is, therefore, a cause, and every condition is an effect. For this reason, it is essential that you take charge of your thoughts so as to bring forth only desirable conditions. When your mind thinks correctly, when you understand the truth, and when the thoughts deposited in your subconscious mind are constructive, harmonious, and peaceful, the magic working power of your subconscious will respond and bring about harmonious conditions, agreeable surroundings, and the best of everything. When you begin to control your thought process, you can apply the powers of your subconscious to any problem or difficulty. In other words, you'll actually be consciously cooperating with the infinite power and omnipotent law which governs all things. Look around you, wherever you live, and you'll notice that the vast majority of mankind lives in a world without. The more enlightened men are intensely interested in the world within. Remember, it is the world within, namely your thoughts, feelings, and imaginary or imagery that makes your world without. It is therefore the only creative power, and everything which you find in your world of expression has been created by you in the inner world of your mind, whether consciously or unconsciously. A knowledge of the interaction of your conscious and subconscious minds will enable you to transform your whole life. In order to change external conditions, you must change the cause. Most men try to change conditions and circumstances by working with conditions and circumstances. To remove discord, confusion, lack, and limitation, you must remove the cause. And the cause is the way you are using your conscious mind. In other words, the way you are thinking and picturing in your mind. You're living in a fathomless sea of infinite riches. Your subconscious is very sensitive to your thoughts. Your thoughts, from the mold or matrix through which the infinite intelligence, wisdom, vital forces, and energies of your subconscious flow. The practical application of the laws of your mind are illustrated in each chapter of this book, and they'll cause you to experience abundance for poverty, wisdom for superstition and ignorance, peace for pain, joy for sadness, light for darkness, harmony for discord, faith and confidence for fear, success for failure, and yes, freedom from the law of averages. Certainly, there can be no more wonderful blessing than these from a mental, emotional, and material standpoint. When your conscious mind, which is the little you, is full of fear, worry, and anxiety, the negative emotions engendered in your subconscious mind, the big you, are released and flood the conscious mind with a sense of panic, foreboding, and despair. When this happens, you can speak affirmations and affirmatively with deep sense of authority to the irrational emotional generated in your deeper mind as follows. Say to yourself, be still, be quiet, I am in control. You must obey me. You are subject to my command. You cannot intrude where you do not belong. It's fascinating and intensely interesting to observe how you can speak authoritatively and with conviction to the irrational movement of your deeper self, bringing silence, harmony, and peace of mind. The subconscious is subject to the conscious mind, and that is why it's called subconscious or subjective. Outstanding differences, modes of operation. You'll perceive the main differences by following illustrations. The conscious mind is like the navigator or the captain at the bridge of a ship. He directs the ship and signals orders to men in engine rooms, who in turn control all the boilers, the instrument, the gauges, etc. The men in the engine room do not know where they are going. They follow orders. They would go on the rocks if the man on the bridge issued faulty or wrong instructions based on his findings with the compass or any other instruments he's using. The men, however, in the engine room obey him because he is in charge, and he issues orders which are automatically obeyed. Members of the crew do not talk back to the captain, they simply carry out his orders. The captain is the master of his ship, and his decrees are carried out. Likewise, your conscious mind is the captain and the master of your ship, which represents your body, your environment, and all of your affairs. Your subconscious mind takes the orders you give it based upon what your conscious mind believes and accepts as true. When you repeatedly say to people, I can't afford it, then your subconscious mind takes you at your word and sees to it that you'll not be in a position to purchase what you want. As long as you persist in saying, I can't afford that car, that trip to Europe, that home, that fur coat, you can rest assured that your subconscious mind will follow your orders and it'll go through the life experiencing the lack of these things. Last Christmas Eve, a beautiful young lady at university looked at an attractive and rather expensive traveling bag in a store window. She was going home to Buffalo, for the holidays. She was about to say, I can't afford that bag. And she recalled something that she'd heard at one of the lectures. And that was, never finish a negative statement. Reverse it immediately, and wonders will happen in your life. She said, that bag is mine. It is for sale. I accept it mentally, and my subconscious sees it, and I will receive it. At 8 o'clock Christmas Eve, her fiance presented her with a bag exactly the same as the one she had looked at and mentally identified herself with 10 o'clock that same morning. She filled her mind with the thoughts of expectancy, and she'd released the whole thing to her deeper mind, which has the know-how to accomplish this. This young girl, student at the University of Southern California, said, I didn't have the money to buy that bag. However, I know where to find money and all the things I need. That is the treasure house of eternity within myself. How her subconscious responded. A woman wrote a few months ago, I'm 75 years old. I'm a widow with a grown family. I was living alone on a pension. I heard the lectures of this book and the powers of the subconscious mind, wherein you said that ideas could be conveyed to the subconscious mind by repetitive thoughts and affirmations, faith and expectancy. I began to repeat frequently with feeling, I am wanted. I am happily married to a kind, loving, and spiritually minded man. I am secure. I kept on doing this many times a day for about 2 weeks, and one day at the corner drugstore, I was introduced to a retired pharmacist. I found myself to be kind to him. He was kind to me, understanding, and he was very religious. He was a perfect answer to my prayer. Within a week, he had proposed to me, and now we are on our honeymoon in Europe. I know that the intelligence within my subconscious mind brought me and brought us together in divine order. This woman discovered that the treasure house was, yes, within her. Her prayer was felt as true in her heart, and her affirmation sank down by osmosis into her subconscious mind, which is the creative medium. The moment she succeeded in bringing about a subconscious embodiment, a subjective embodiment, her subconscious mind brought about the answer through the law of attraction. Her deeper mind, full of wisdom and intelligence, brought both of them together in divine order. Be sure that you think on whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure or lovely, whatsoever things are of good report. If there be any virtue, if there be any praise, think on these things. This is a first look, first chapter, Joseph Murphy's The Power of the Subconscious Mind. This is a very powerful book. The book has a total of 20 chapters, and we're going to go through and read each of them. And my hope, of course, is that you will find great value and great substance from each of them. It will feed you as you are on your journey, knowing that you are in total your conscious and subconscious mind, and your subconscious mind is tied to your Christ consciousness, and you have access to all things. So when you are meditating, when you're on your walk or in your secret place, realize the power that you have within. Realize the infinite storehouse that Joseph Murphy talks about here in this first chapter of The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, and just know that all things are possible to him who believes. Thanks for listening. We'll be back soon.